Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Good afternoon and roll Tribe ICC fans, as we're just moments away from that guaranteed Guaranteed Bank opening pitch here between ICC and the number 2 Pearl River here as we step back in conference play on a Sunday. This game originally planned for Saturday, but a lot of rain came in Friday. Got good weather yesterday to hopefully get the field dried out as much as possible, as we'll go to the field now for the starting lineups.
ICC softball game at the Itawamba Softball Complex, where today it will be Pearl River Wildcats versus the Itawamba Indians. Leading off for the Pearl River Wildcats, we got number 3, Laverne, playing shortstop. Batting second, we got number 24, Toops, playing center field. Batting third, we got number 6, Bailey, as a DP. Batting fourth, we got number 4, Daughtery, playing first. Batting fifth, we got 28, Roundsville, playing third. Batting sixth, we got number 18, Hoffmayer, playing right. Batting seventh, we got number 27, Lindsay, playing catcher. Batting eighth, we got number 15, Dean, playing left field. Batting ninth, we got number 11, Meadows, playing second. And as a flex, we got number 2, Harrington. Now for your Itawamba Indians, leading off and playing shortstop, we got number 5, Hallie Turner. We got number 1, Sammy Day Jones, playing center field. We got number 24, Jesse Smith, playing third base. We got number 30, Riley Tyree, as a DP. We got number 22, Chloe McLean, as a catcher. We got number 2, Allie Beckley, playing right field. We got number 14, Sadie Stegall, playing first. We got number 7, Tamaya Martin, playing left field. We got number 13, Camden Cooper, playing second base. And for the flex, we got number 21, Melissa Cliff, playing first. Oh, no, playing pitcher, my bad. And now will you please rise and move all caps for the national anthem.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for customer service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here for that Guaranteed Bank opening pitch between Pearl River and ICC here in Game 1. It'll be Laverne, Toops, and Bailey due up here to start the top of the first inning in Game 1 here for Pearl River. Pearl River comes in with a record of 26-3, 8-0 overall. They are number 1 in the conference right now. ICC 12-17, 4-4 in the conference, tied with Northeast for 7th place. Guaranteed Bank opening pitch is going to go high for a ball, and that comes your way at 11:57, so a little bit of an early start here. Guaranteed Bank, new name, formerly known as First American National Bank here in Fulton. New name, same great service there from Guaranteed Bank. That pitch high for a ball, 2-0 now is the count. This is Alyssa Clift in the circle here for ICC getting the start. I want to apologize in advance if I sound a little stuffed up as, sinuses are getting the best of me this morning. As that pitch in there for a strike, 2-1 now is the count. So this is Laverne at the plate. She's playing shortstop, working with a 2-1 count. Wind has died down, but when it is gusting today, it is gusting into the ballpark. As there's a shot, second baseman had it, lost it, gets it back, throws it over in time for the out. 4-3 for those of you scoring at home on the putout of Laverne. And now this will bring up Natalie Toops. She is the center fielder here, batting second for Pearl River. We do want to welcome those that are watching in favor of Pearl River this afternoon. Thank you for joining us. And also a hello to those that are watching, members of the ICC family as well. So Toops pitch, this is that first pitch high for a ball. So we mentioned Toops playing in center field here in Game 1. There's one out, nobody on. That pitch in there for a strike from Clift. Toops batting .203 on the year with a 1-1 count now. That pitch missing for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. Well, going to see one of the top pitchers in the state in Natalie Harrington when she takes the circle. We'll talk about some of her stats in a moment. As that pitch in there for a strike. Nice job by Clift, who is starting to pitch really well for ICC as of late. She was dealing with a shoulder injury in the early part of the season and hopefully maybe starting to find her stride here as we'll take a look at some of her stats coming up in a moment as well. 2-2 pitch, that one high for a ball. Clift on the year, 1-3. She's pitched 26 in the third inning. She's given up 33 hits, 28 runs, 24 of those earned. She's walked 20, struck out 23. And there's strike 3. Make it 24 now with that Renaissance Bank strikeout. The first of the game there for Clift. She also has a 6.38 ERA to go along with that. Now there's 2 outs in the inning. We'll give you the starting lineups for both teams in the exchange of the innings. As this is now Bailey, the DP, coming to the plate. Bailey on the year, an impressive .429 at the plate. Listen to that pitch low for a ball. She's got 36 hits, 23 runs. 13 of those were doubles, 4 triples, and she leads the team with 7 home runs and 32 RBI. This pitch fouled off and actually back into her teammate. As her teammate said she's good, and she kind of just slapped that one away. 2-1 now is the count here to Bailey. That was Daughtery who swatted the foul ball away there. So with that foul ball, the count now goes 2-1 here. This one lifted deep, and this one could be her 8th of the year, and it is a big-time swing there. Her 8th home run of the year and her 33rd RBI, as that was a clutch hit there for Bailey with 2 outs in the inning, and Pearl River strikes first here, 1-0 with 2 outs in the top of the first. So this will be Bryn Daughtery, the first baseman, coming to the plate. Daughtery also with an impressive .437 batting average. She's got 31 hits on the year, 10 runs scored, 8 doubles, 1 triple, and 5 home runs. She's 3rd on the team in home runs. Is that pitch in there for a strike? Nice job there by Cliff to come back and find the strike zone after giving up that long ball. So 0-1 now is the count here to the first baseman, Daughtery. Still 2 outs in the inning and nobody on after that home run. As that pitch missing outside, 1-1 now is the count. Breast Cancer Awareness Series today. Both teams, ICC wearing their pink shirts. The coach for Pearl River wearing her pink, as this pitch is popped up right side and will get out of play. 1-2 now is the count. The two teams took pictures together before the game, and Pearl River was wearing their pink shirts as well. So we'll send that to my buddy Dylan down at Pearl River for us to be able to share that. And speaking of Dylan, the rest of the crew out there at Pearl River, they do an outstanding job. So anytime you see Dylan or Patrick or anybody else around in the ball game, be sure and tell them thank you for all the hard work they put in to bring you Pearl River athletics. Awaiting the 1-2 pitch here from Cliff. This one fouled back and will stay at 1-2. Again, this is Daughtery at the plate. She's playing first base here in game 1. So waiting the 1-2 offering here from Cliff. That pitch up high, 2-2 now is the count. Well, this ICC Pearl River rivalry has grown over the last few years in just about every sport, as a lot of times when we go to the playoffs, that's who we end up facing somehow, is always Pearl River in that opening round. As there's a ground ball, third baseman with it. Smith zips it across and will get the out, 5-3 for those of you scoring at home. So Pearl River, 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. 1-0 after that long ball off the bat of Bailey. Let's take a look at today's Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups for both squads as we get set to shift to the bottom of the first inning. We've already introduced you to the first 4 batters of the day here for Pearl River. It was Laverne, Toops, Bailey, and Daughtery. The rest of the lineup, 5 through 9, will look like this. Anna Kate Rounsville, Peyton Hoffmeyer. Rounsville's at third base. Hoffmeyer is in right field. Caroline Lindsay will be catching. Ashley Dean will be in left field. And Charlie Meadows will be at second. And in the circle for Pearl River will be Natalie Harrington. We'll take a look at some of her Samstown market stats coming up here shortly. For ICC, the lineup will look like this. Hallie Turner will lead things off. She's playing shortstop. Sammy Day Jones is out in center field. Jessie Smith is at third base. Riley Tyree is the DP. Chloe McClain is catching here in game 1. Allie Beckley is in right field. You've got Sadie Stegall at first base. Tamaya Martin in left field. And Camden Cooper rounds things out at second. And as we've already mentioned, Alyssa Clift is in the circle for ICC here in game 1. Stats on Natalie Harrington real quick. An impressive 12-2 on the season with 1 save. She's pitched 92 2/3 innings. She's given up 58 hits, 23 runs, 17 of those earned. She has walked 21 and has struck out 107. She's got an ERA of 1.28. Those stats being brought to you by Samstown Market right there in the heart of Manatee. Appreciate Sam and all he does there for ICC Athletics. Turner looks at that first pitch low for a ball. Hallie Turner batting .344 on the year. 33 hits, 9 doubles, 2 home runs, 14 RBI. She's walked 8 times and struck out 9. This pitch popped up, right side, going to give chase, and it will get out of play. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs as Turner starting us off here in the bottom of the first inning. The first of 2 games this afternoon here in Fulton. As this one fouled back off the mask of the catcher. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Good job by the home plate umpire just to take a moment to talk to the catcher and make sure she's good. She's smiling and laughing it off after that foul ball came off the mask of her helmet. 1-2 now is the count, and a beautiful pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got her reaching at 1 low and out of the zone that time, and that's going to be the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day there for Harrington. And so now 1 out in the inning, and this is going to bring up Sammy Day Jones. Day Jones playing in center field. She's batting .425 on the season. She's got 31 hits, 4 doubles, a home run, and 7 RBI. She's walked 14 times. Takes that pitch low for a ball. 1-0 is your score. Laney Bailey with a solo home run with 2 outs in the top of the first is the difference in the game right now. Big, healthy swing and a miss there. 1-1 now is the count. I said when the wind gusts, it blows in. I still think if the wind was gusting in the park, that one would have had a chance to still get out. As you see the flag waving now, it's not gusting as hard as it was during pregame. As Day Jones fouls that one off, it looks like that one may have also went back and got the catcher there. And again, that one came off her thigh, so the coach, good job here by the, again, home plate umpire to just come out and kind of walk this one back around and let the coach come out and check on their catcher there. I tell you, that's a tough position to play. You see a lot of slap hitting bunts, more so in softball than you do baseball, and 9 times out of 10, a lot of those are fouled back in that sense, and a lot of them go back and hit the catcher like that. So, second time that she's been hit this inning, so hopefully that might be the last time. 1-2 now is the count here to Sammy Day Jones. Jesse Smith is on deck, and Sammy Day swing and a miss for strike 3. Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts to start the inning there for Harrington. And we talked about it, one of the top pitchers, not only in the conference, but also in the country. Actually, matter of fact, Pearl River's got 2 of the best in the country. And so now this is going to bring Jessie Smith to the plate. She's playing third base. Smith also batting .425 on the year. She's got 31 hits, 6 doubles, 2 triples, 5 home runs, which leads the team. And she's also with 23 RBI. And this one hammered. The center fielder's going to go back, and that one's gone. Big time answer there by Jessie. Exactly what Pearl River did in the top half of the inning. It was a 2-out home run, and Smith answers to make it a 1-1 contest. Big time hit there by Jessie Smith. That is her 6th home run of the season. It also gives her 24 RBI, which she's second on the team. And that is her 26th run scored on the season, also second on the team. So a nice answer by ICC there in the bottom half of the inning to tie it up 1-1. Now this is going to be Riley Tyree, the DP, coming to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. That pitch in there for a strike, and a lot like Cliff did after giving up the solo home run. Harrington comes back and zips that one in there for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. That pitch outside for a ball. lost signal in our main camera right now, but so we'll stay with the lower angle as this pitch popped up. Right fielder's going to go over and make the play for the out. So we played one. 1-1 is your score after a pair of solo home runs, one by Laney Bailey of Pearl River and the other by Jesse Smith of ICC. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you?
Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Have some for yourself.
Yes.
No!
Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. One of the key components you need in order to have a camera work is power. We had everything plugged in except the extension cord. So thanks to Raphael's quick thinking, we got that one back online now as we move to the top of the second inning. 1-1 is your score, as this is Roundsville, Hoffmeyer, and Lindsay coming to the plate here in the top of the second for Pearl River. 1-1 is your score after a pair of solo home runs by both squads there in the first. And that pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count here to Ronsville. Ronsville batting .310 on the season. Listen to that pitch high and outside for a ball. She's got 22 hits, 5 doubles, 3 home runs, and 21 RBI. So waiting the 1-2 offering here. This pitch popped up. Catcher's going to go over and make the play for out number 1. Nice job there by the catcher, Chloe McLean of ICC. Didn't have time to discard the mask. Found it, reeled it in for out number 1. So now with one away, this will bring up Peyton Hoffmeyer, the right fielder. Hoffmeyer batting .380 on the year. This is that first pitch high for a ball. She's got 27 hits, 5 doubles, 1 triple, 4 home runs, 27 RBI. She's walked 4 times and struck out 10. 1-0 is the count here. There's a foul ball right towards the dugout of Pearl River. That'll even the count up at 1-1. Still got a lot of fans coming into the ballpark. Of course, construction still going on here on the new facility. We're getting a new press box, locker room for the softball team. Also, the men's and women's tennis teams have their own locker rooms in the facility. As that pitch high, 2-1 now is the count. It's going to be nice once they get it done. Of course, we had that ice storm that come through and a couple other storms that come through and kind of knocked them back. Don't know that we'll be able to get inside of it this season, but for sure we'll have it ready for next season. As this pitch popped up, it's going to get out of play. 2-2 now is the count here to Hoffmeyer. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Nobody on here after Ronsville popped up to the catcher. There's a shot. Third baseman finds it. Will step on the bag for out number 2. Well, that one just came off the very end of the bat. Stayed fair, unfortunately, for Hoffmeyer. And Sadie Stegall did a good job scooping that one up, stepping on the base for out number 2. Two away now, and this will be Caroline Lindsay, the catcher, coming to the plate. She's batting .297 on the year. She's got 11 hits, 5 doubles, 1 home run, and pops this one up to the left side. Martin giving chase over in foul territory and will make the play. So a 3-up, 3-down inning there for Pearl River. It's 1-1 as we'll head to the bottom of the second. It'll be McLean, Beckley, and Stegall due up for the Indians. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the second inning. As it'll be McLean to start us off here. She's catching in game one. So she will get us started here in the bottom of the second, where it's a 1-1 contest. That pitch from Harrington in there for a strike. McLean, Beckley, and Stegall scheduled up here. Of course, for those Pearl River fans, if those next two names sound familiar, we'll tell you more about them when they come to the plate, as that pitch high for a ball. 1-1 is what the scoreboard shows now. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. McLean at the plate. Listen to that pitch in there for a strike. Trying to get my sheets separated here to jump back to stats. Chloe on the year batting .375. Swings and misses for strike 3. Third Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Harrington. We talked about Harrington before the game. I believe she had 102 strikeouts on the year coming into the contest. 107, so now she has 110 strikeouts on the season, does Harrington. And now this will be Allie Beckley coming to the plate. Beckley swings on this one, fouls it off, and that's going to be for strike 1. Beckley, a two-sport star here at ICC. She was a member of the women's basketball team that made that run all the way to the NJCAA Region 23 semifinals. So Beckley has not been out here too long with the team. As she swings on this one, pops it, fouling out of play. 0-2 now is the count here on Beckley. Beckley, a switch hitter, coming into this situation. Batting from the left side, 0-2 now is the count on Beckley. She's playing in right field. Fouls that one off. We mentioned Beckley has not seen a lot of action this year, just for the simple fact that she hasn't been out here. This is her 4th game to play. She's batting .444 on the year with 4 hits and 2 RBI. So Beckley looks at that pitch and just missing for a ball, as Lindsay came up ready to fire that one around the horn, thinking that was strike 3. But instead, now the count goes 1-2 here on Beckley. Sadie Stegall is on deck for the Indians. So waiting the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And just like the first inning, back-to-back strikeouts to start the second inning. And that's her 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. And now this will be Sadie Stegall. Another name that could be familiar with some of our Pearl River fans, as she was a member of the volleyball team. Of course, ICC and Pearl River had quite the clash in volleyball over the years. As she'll stand in and look at that first pitch in there for a strike. Sadie on the year, batting .286. She's gotten 6 hits. She's got 3 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 RBI. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 0-2 now is the count. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Stegall has battled and earned her way into the starting lineup. Was not starting at the start of the season, but has come in and played well as this one fouled back, and that one hit the catcher again. So she has been hit twice each inning. All right, so getting a message from Dylan saying that Hoffmeyer is also on the volleyball team. So got 3 players that play multiple sports in the lineups today, as there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That is 3 up, 3 down for the Indians, as that's the 5th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Harrington. We've played 2 here in Fulton. 1-1 is your score. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
This is a place to create your future. And when you get here, you realize you're not alone. You meet new people and make connections. It's not always about knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes it's about finding your own way. It's working together to build something bigger than ourselves. It's hard work, but lots of fun. We come for the quality education, but we leave with an unparalleled experience. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 3rd inning. It'll be the 8-9-1 batters due up here for Pearl River. It'll be Ashlyn Dean, Charlie Meadows, and then, of course, we'll flip it back to the top of the lineup with Megan Laverne. 1-1 is the score. The long ball has been the difference in this one so far for both teams. As Alyssa Clift is still in the circle here for ICC and zips that one across for a strike. 0-1 is the count now here to Ashley Dean. Dean batting .222 on the season. Swing and a miss at that pitch as it drops off the table. She's got 8 hits, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. And now she's faced with an 0-2 count here to start the inning. Cliff getting set to deliver. That pitch high. Good eye on the part of Dean to hold off on that one. That would have been an easy one to chase there on the rise ball. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, nobody on. Here's we're starting the 3rd. There's a shot to the shortstop, backhand grab, throw across the way in time. A nice play over there at short as that one. I don't know if you heard it at home, but man, that thing was scooting across the ground. And that's going to be 1 out there. Is a nice play over there at short by Turner to backhand that one and get the throw out over at first. So 6-3 on the putout. And now this will bring Charlie Meadows to the plate. Meadows batting .257 on the year, 9 hits, 2 doubles. She does have 1 RBI, but the thing I like the most about it is a very unique spelling of her name. The C is capitalized along with the Lee, and it's spelled Charlee. That's a big, healthy swing and a miss at that one. 0-2 now is the count here to Meadows, the second baseman. Sorry, that's one of the things I kind of find unique in life is how people find different ways to spell and say names sometimes. And that's the first time seeing Charlie that way. And there's strike 3. Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there. The second of the game, second out of the inning. And now we flip it back to the top of the lineup here with Laverne. So 2 away now, and Laverne coming to the dish. She grounded out to second in her first at bat of the day. Hammers this one. Center fielder is going to drift over, though, and make the play. So back-to-back 3 up, 3 down innings here for Pearl River. ICC is going to send the 8-9-1 batters to the plate as well. It'll be Martin, Cooper, and Turner. We come back with more right after this.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. One thing I will say I like about both ICC and Pearl River, they don't waste any time between innings. Usually I'm able to get in 3 breaks, which is traditionally about a minute and a half. And that time just got a 45-second break in between innings there. So that's what you like to see with both teams playing well and trying to keep on grooving here. So this is going to be Tamaya Martin coming to the plate. She's playing in left field. Martin on the season batting .385, fouls that one off for strike 1. She's got 25 hits, 1 home run. That was an in-the-park home run, by the way, that she hit at Snead State. She's got 10 RBIs. And it wasn't a Little League home run. It was one of those legit in-the-park home runs. She has got tons of speed to burn. That pitch high for a ball, 1-1 now is the count. She leads the team with stolen bases, 12, and not anybody else after that is close. Matter of fact, the second place in steals is 7. And she's only been caught once. Ground ball, foul ball. And now the count will go 1-2 here to Martin. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and no outs as Martin starting us off. Then it'll be Camden Cooper, the second baseman, coming to the plate. Then Hallie Turner, the shortstop, when we flip it back to the top of the lineup. 1-2 now is the count here to Martin. And she's going to foul this one back, and it's going to get out of play. 1-2 still is the count. So a lot of things going on here at ICC. We opened a new dorm not too long ago, Magnolia Hall. Currently working on the new student, or improving the student activities building. We already mentioned the multi-purpose building basically here, the press box / locker rooms for softball and the tennis teams. A lot more plans going forward here, so a lot of growth, a lot of positive things happen here at ICC. 1-2 pitch finds the corner of the plate for a strike, and that is going to be the 4th straight Renaissance Bank strikeout, 6th of the game, and now this will be Cooper coming to the plate with 1 out and nobody on. That's a big out to get Martin out in that situation because, as we said, you get a lot of speeds on the base whenever she's out there. She can make a lot happen. So this will be Cooper, who earlier this season was a home run away for hitting for the cycle. This is that first pitch. Attempted at it, but pulled back, but called a strike. 0-1 now is the count. Cooper on the year, batting .351. She's got 27 hits, 7 doubles, 1 triple. Swing and a miss there. 0-2 now is the count. Now Harrington has found her groove. She has struck out 6 today, including 4 in a row. So if you're ICC, you got to find a way to get her out of a rhythm here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Make that 5 in a row now on Renaissance Bank strikeouts as we flip it back to the top of the lineup here in Hallie Turner. She struck out swinging in her only at bat so far here in the contest. 1-1 is your score. It was a solo home run by Laney Bailey and then a solo home run by Jesse Smith in the first inning. That's the difference in the game right now. Turner chases one low for strike one. If Turner were to reach, then it'll be Sammy Day Jones coming up next for the Indians. That pitch runs inside for a ball. As Lindsay tried to frame that one for a second, held on to it, but the umpire calls it a ball. 1-1 now is the count here to Turner. 2 away and nobody on here in the bottom of the third. This one fouled off the netting and nearly bounced off the netting and hit Sammy Day that time. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the inning. This one popped up. It's going to get out of play, and we'll stay at 1-2. I also want to remind you of a few more of our sponsors, the ICC Wesley Foundation, who, by the way, runs the concession stand here at the softball field. The ICC BSU, they run the concession stand at baseball. We also have Raising Cane's in Tupelo, Fagata's Mexican Restaurant right next to Davis Ford, who is another proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. And then Pryor Mara Architects, all proud to sponsor ICC softball this afternoon here in Fulton. So got a fresh batch of softballs in the game. 1-2 pitch on its way. That was going to be lined up the middle, but the diving catch out in center field. Beautiful play out there by Toops to rob Turner of an extra base hit. And 3 up, 3 down go the Indians there. We've played 3 here in Fulton. Tip of the cap out there to Toops on a great play. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC Athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 4th inning here. This will be the 2, 3, 4 batters coming to the plate. Natalie Toops, Laney Bailey, and Brian Daughtery. And tip of the cap once again to Toops on a great play, making the diving catch out there in center field to rob Hallie Turner of a base hit. If she ball gets by her, she doesn't make that catch, and that's going to be a lot of trouble for Pearl River. But she did make the play and get the final out of the inning. Toops struck out looking for the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Clift. Takes that first pitch in there for a strike. Alyssa's got 2 Renaissance Bank strikeouts. Find out what's next by visiting RenaissanceBank.com. If you're a fan of the SEC shorts that you saw throughout the football season, well, you can check those out at RenaissanceNation.com as there's a ground ball. Cliff finds it, tosses it over, and just beats it out that time. So E1 on the play as that ball was in the glove of the pitcher, just couldn't pick it up, and when she did, Toops showed off her speed. We got it there by half a step, so if she makes the play clean, it's an easy out, but first error of the afternoon by either team. And this would be Bailey coming to the plate. We saw what she did with her last at bat, and that was park one well outside the ballpark there in left field. So 1-0 is the count. Of course, whenever I mention my stats, they're always unofficial. I get them from the coaches at the end of the day, off game changers. That pitch foul back, 1-1 now, is the count here to Bailey. Runner at first after that error. Bailey at the plate with a 1-1 count. Clift in the circle. That pitch up, 2-1 now is the count. Look at the defensive alignment here for the Indians after this pitch, as 2-1 is the count here to Bailey. Cliff gets her signal. Now ready to deliver. That one in there for a strike. Swinging around the infield real quick. Smith at third. Turner at shortstop. You've got Cooper at second, and Stegall is at first. In the outfield, Martin in left, Day Jones in center, and Beckley in right field. That ball in the dirt, runner goes. And that'll be a stolen base as she was in motion on the pitch. And so the steal will put the runner in scoring position here. Now the count goes full at 3-2. That defensive alignment being brought to you by Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination. And Coach Ernest hopes she's got that same winning combination put together here in game one. Big swing and a miss there for the strikeout. That was a big out, as that is the third out of the inning. After Bailey, as we said, absolutely destroyed the softball in her first at-bat. Now with one out, this is going to bring Daughtry to the plate. She grounded out to third to end the first. This is that first pitch high for a ball. They're going to throw it to the shortstop. And 1-0 now is the count. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runner at second. 1-1 contest here in the top of the fourth. Ground ball, and it's going to be a foul ball as it danced down the line and has decided to take a hop to the left. And so now the count will go 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Still only 1 out in the inning with a runner at second. That's Toops, who reached on a error and stole second. This pitch fouled off. 1-2 now is the count here on Daughtry. She's playing first base. 0 from 1 of the day so far. Will be a prime time for that fourth Renaissance Bank strikeout here from Clift if she had it in her pocket. Awaiting the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Clutch pitch there, and it was her fourth Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. Second out of the inning. ICC trying to pitch around that leadoff error that eventually got to second. And this is going to be Roundsville coming to the plate. Anna Kate popped up to the catcher in foul territory in her first at bat. Stands in, takes that pitch high for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Roundsville. If she were to reach, then Hoffmeyer will be up. As we mentioned, she's a member of the volleyball and softball team at Pearl River. Is that pitch in there for a strike? 1-1 now is the count here on Roundsville. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, and a runner at second. 1-1 contest here in the top of the fourth. Game 1 between ICC and Pearl River. This one hit hard. Right fielder Beckley's going to go back and make the play. So the Indians do get around the leadoff error and the runner in scoring position as paired Renaissance Bank strikeouts and a fly out to Beckley in right field. We'll take a timeout. Let's hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today. Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
what's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set now for the bottom of the fourth inning. It'll be Sammy Day Jones, Jesse Smith, and Riley Tyree scheduled up here for the Indians. 1-1 is the score. It was a pair of solo home runs in the first inning between the teams that is the difference in the game right now. Day Jones takes that pitch in there for a strike. Struck out swinging in her only at bat so far in the game. Do invite you to visit our YouTube page, Let's Go ICC, all one word. Let's Go ICC. You can see where we had Sammy Day mic'd up. That's one of our most recent mic'd up videos that we put out earlier this week. As she swings at that high fastball, 0-2 now is the count. This is Harrington still in the circle here for Pearl River. And that's going to be a foul ball. We'll sit at 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. That is the situation here as Sammy Day is leading us off, so that means nobody on base right now for the Indians here in the bottom of the fourth. That pitch drifts high. 1-2 now is the count. Pearl River, the number 2 team in the country, 26-3 on the year, 8-0 in conference play, leading the conference right now. ICC 12-17, 4-4 in conference play, but starting to find a little bit of their stride midway through conference play. And so now 1-2 is the count here. No outs, nobody on. Day Jones at the plate, and nice off-speed pitch, and Day Jones couldn't hold off on that one, and that's going to be the 8th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Harrington. So this will be Jessie Smith, who swung on the first pitch she saw and sent it out to center field for a solo home run back in the first inning. And so Smith will dig in. Looks at that fastball outside edge for a strike. She shakes her head and agrees. Harrington reached back and really put some on that one there. Said, okay, let's see what you can do with this one. So 0-1 now is the count to Smith. Smith ground ball stays just fair, and the first baseman will scoop that one up. Boy, a friendly hop. That one was on the line, took a left, and the first baseman scooped it up before it went back foul. And so 3 unassisted on the putout. And now quickly 2 away, and this will be Riley Tyree coming to the plate. Tyree flew out to right to end the first. Looking to redeem herself here with 2 outs in the fourth. Tyree, the DP here in game 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. She was another one that was battling early season injuries. Still fighting through a few of those here in her sophomore season. 0-1 is the count. Ground ball, third baseman took an awkward hop, and it's going to get through. Well, that one, the third baseman couldn't do anything about it because right as it got to the glove, it popped up in the air. And, I mean, I hate to call that an error on the third baseman, but I also don't want to sound like a homer giving our player a hit in that case. So I'm going to call it a hit right now because, as I said, the third baseman was there. It just took a straight-up hop as soon as it got to her. Shortstop was charging in, couldn't find the ball as well. So I'm going to give it a hit, but, of course, as always, my stats are unofficial at the end of the day there. I just have a hard time calling that an error on the third baseman because she did everything she could. It was just the fact that it hit a piece of dirt and popped straight up in the air on her. So we've got a runner coming into the contest here for ICC. This is going to be, I believe that is Clemens entering to run. Is that pitch in there for a strike? But as I say, as always, my stats are unofficial. Actually, this is McKnight coming in to run for ICC. 0-1 is the count as this is McLean at the plate. Rips this one. It's going to get ahead over the head of the first baseman. Runner's going to go from first to third, and that's a clutch two-out hit there by the Indians. So back-to-back singles now on the runner, McKnight, over to third, and now here comes a big-time at-bat and pitch here. 2 outs in the inning. You've got runners on the corners here for ICC in a 1-1 contest in the bottom of the fourth. This is Allie Beckley at the plate. As we mentioned, Beckley a switch hitter first at bat, batting from the left side, now going to climb in and bat from the right side. Runners on the corners here for the Indians with 2 outs. This pitch foul back, strike 1 to Beckley. So 0-1 is the count here to Beckley, the right fielder. She struck out swinging in her first at bat of the day. Great RBI opportunity here. She can come up with a hit. That pitch high for a ball. Might have been one of those they were looking to pitch out on to see if the runner might be going in that situation. Don't know if I'm ICC if I don't just let Allie swing away here and see if she can drive in the run versus trying to get possibly the third out of the inning on the bases here. 1-1 is the count. Beckley pops this one up right side. Right fielder's going to go over and make the play. So the Indians can't cash in, much like Pearl River did in the top half of the inning. We've played 4. 1-1 is your score. We've got a good one going here in Fulton. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks. Half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you?
Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Have some for yourself.
Yes.
No!
Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m. Pizza, pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now as we shift to the top of the 5th inning, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up here for Pearl River. Hoffmeyer, Lindsay, and Dean scheduled up. Still a 1-1 contest. Both teams had a chance to put runs on the board in the 4th, but defensively both teams able to get out of the jam there. So as we said, a good one brewing here. As we move now to the top of the 5th, this first hit is going to be a foul ball. Hoffmeyer grounded out to the first baseman, who, ironically enough, is also a volleyball player. That is Sadie Stegall over at first. 0-1 is the count here to the right fielder, Hoffmeyer. She made that last out of the inning. Stands in, takes that one for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Again, I apologize as I'm a bit under the weather this time of year. Not a friend of Gore. Sinuses and allergies miserable as this pitch popped up, fouling out of play. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and no outs. 1-1 is the score. A solo home run by Laney Bailey and a solo home run by Jesse Smith. That's where we're at right now in the contest. Awaiting the 1-2 offering here from Clift. Ground ball, shortstop, charges it, gets it, throws it over. In time for the out to retire Hoffmeyer 6-3 for those of you that may be scoring at home. And now this is going to be Caroline Lindsay coming to the plate. She flew out to left in foul territory to end the second. She's catching here in game one. So 1 out and nobody on here for the Wildcats. Swings on this first pitch, pops it up, backing out of play. 0-1 now is the count. Well, our next broadcast is supposed to be Tuesday when we host Northeast in baseball, but 40% chance of rain so far on Tuesday, so don't know if that game will be delayed or moved up. As that pitch high for a ball, 1-1 is the count. Indians got swept by Pearl River on yesterday. As we wait the 1-1 pitch here. This one popped up, and is it going to stay in play? It will, and a great play there by Chloe McLean, the second time that she's retired a batter in foul territory today, and 2 up, 2 down now. And now this will be Ashlyn Dean coming to the plate. She's playing in left field. Grounded out 6-3 on a hard hit ball last time she was at the plate. Listen to that pitch low for a ball. 1-0 is the count here to Dean. We're in the top of the fifth. Game one between ICC and Pearl River. 1-1 is the score. That pitch drifts high. 2-0 now is the count. So 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. This pitch popped up, and will it stay in play? Smith goes over, and she makes the out. So back-to-back putouts in foul territory, and ICC gets out of the inning there in the top of the fifth with no damage done. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth inning where to be the 7, 8, 9 batters, Stegall, Martin, and Cooper, scheduled up for the Indians. But before we do that, let's hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle in the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
You're not gonna believe what just... You bought a Coca-Cola with 0 sugar?
Yeah, why?
Come on, it has 0 sugar.
Yep, and it's delicious.
I don't believe it.
Just try something new. You'll love it.
This does taste great.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We get set to move to the bottom of the fifth inning, get some substitutions made here. I believe you're going to see basically Tyree re-entering here as she was the DP and was ran for. And so it'll be Sadie Stegall to start us off here. She struck out swinging in her only at bat so far in the contest. 1-1 is your score. Had quite the pitcher's duel today. As Stegall fouls this one back. 0-1 is the count. There have been 8 Renaissance Bank strikeouts tossed by Harrington, 4 by Clift. But defense has been solid behind both pitchers all day today. That pitch missing at the knees. 1-1 now is the count. Some of the Pearl River faithful wanted that one called a strike. Again, we do welcome those. Say a special hello to those that are watching in favor of Pearl River this afternoon. We appreciate you guys tuning in here to the ICC Sports Network. And as always, hello to the ICC family members watching. As there's a ground ball to the shortstop, clean and thrown over for out number 1. Balls are taking some awkward hops in the infield today. As that ball kind of looked like it was going to pop up high like we saw earlier on the third baseman. Well, that one kind of, I guess, nosedive once it got to Laverne, but she did a good job of finding the ball and recording the out. And so now this will be Martin at the plate. She struck out looking, shows bunt and foul ball, and man, one more time, poor Lindsay is hit by a foul ball. She has been hit at least 5 times today. Looks like that one may have came off and caught her on the glove hand on that inside part. And I know you're still wearing a glove, but you catch it awkwardly on that thumb, like say upwards part of the top part of your thumb, or maybe even on the pad of your hand. That smarts. Coach is going to come out and talk to her real quick. Let's hear from Guaranteed Bank.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank. We're more than a bank. We're a community.
So Coach has come out real quick. She kind of just laughed it off and gave her a courtesy toss. Good job there by the home plate umpire to make sure she was good, and still talking to her, checking on her. As I said, like it may have maybe just caught that underneath part of the glove. So is when it was fouled back, and so is making sure she can grip the ball. And I tell you what, tip of the cap today to Caroline Lindsay. She has been beat up behind the plate, but she is a trooper. She stays in there. As that pitch missing outside for a ball, 1-1 now is the count. Or as we like to say here in the South, tough as a pine knot is Lindsay. As we said, she's been hit at least 5 times today on foul balls. Now there's another one foul. 1-2 now is the count here to Martin. Martin playing in left field, had a nice play defensively when she tracked the ball down in foul territory to catch Lindsay out, who is actually behind the plate. That was for the final out of the second inning. 1-2 pitch coming. Ground ball is going to be a foul ball. And we'll stay at 1-2 here. That one coming off the very end of the bat. And it did, as it broke the bat, actually. The cap come off of it. Knew it sounded funny when it came off the bat. So the cap of the bat came off, so they'll give Martin a new bat here. And the home plate umpire asking them to set that one outside the dugout since it broke. And so 1-2, still the count here on Tamaya Martin. Harrington in the circle. And there's strike 3. She said she didn't swing, but the umpire called it strike 3 instead of the swing. And so that's going to be the 9th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game there for Natalie Harrington. And with 2 away, this is going to bring Camden Cooper to the plate. Cooper struck out swinging and her only at bat so far. And so she'll dig in here. Listen to that first pitch low for a ball as trying to spark a 2-out rally. Both teams had a chance to score in the 4th inning, but just could not come up with anything. And then Pearl River went 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 5th and trying to get that return serve here in the bottom half of the 5th. Game 1 of 2 this afternoon here in Fulton between ICC and Pearl River. The Wildcats, the number 2 team in the country. ICC trying to find a way to come up with a timely hit here and see if they can't pull the upset in Game 1. Swing and a miss. Healthy swing there by Cooper. Just couldn't find that one. 1-2 now is the count here to Cooper. Harrington looking for her 10th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. Pitch on its way, and she gets it. That is her 10th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game, 117 on the season for Harrington. We've played 5. It's still 1-1. We'll take a break. Hear from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet. A famous speed solver.
Piece of cake.
A noted cheese connoisseur.
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
High school seniors, listen up. Your journey at Itawamba Community College begins now. Registration for ICC's orientation sessions is now open. This free, required, and incredibly beneficial event is a must. Discover the ins and outs of campus life, create your class schedule for the fall. Spots are filling up fast, so don't miss out. Register for one of our spring or summer sessions at www.iccms.edu/orientation.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're just moments away from getting the sixth inning started here. As we've mentioned, this has been a good one, back and forth between two tradition-rich programs here in Pearl River and ICC. 1-1 is your score. You have to go all the way back to the first inning to find the scores today. It was a solo home run with 2 outs in the top of the first by Laney Bailey. ICC answered with a 2-out solo home run by Jesse Smith in the bottom of the first. So we're actually, I said we're in the fifth, we're actually in the top of the sixth inning now. Is that pitch missing low for a ball? This is Alyssa Cliff, still in the circle here today. She scattered, I said she gave up that solo home run back in the first. She's got 4 Renaissance Bank strikeouts. Pearl River did get a runner in scoring position in the fourth after an error and a stolen base, but just couldn't get anything going there. As this bunt is fouled back. 1-1 now is the count. Then ICC in the bottom of the fourth, they came up with back-to-back 2-out singles. When Riley Tyree reached on a single, she was replaced on the bases by McKnight. McKnight advanced to third on a single by McLean to right field, but just could not get out of the inning as a fly ball to right. Or excuse me, couldn't get the run across in the inning as a fly ball to right ended the threat. 1-1 now is the count here. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count here to Charlie Meadows. Batting in that 9 spot, playing second base. She struck out looking. She was the second of 4 Renaissance Bank strikeouts. As time taken here by McLean, it's like maybe some dust flew up in her eye. Been a tough day for the catchers today, especially poor Caroline Lindsay. For just now joining us, she's had at least 5 foul balls fly back and hit her today. 1-2 pitch on its way. Swing on and miss for strike 3. Another clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there. The 5th of the game for Clift. And so now with 1 out and nobody on, this will go back to the top of the lineup here in Laverne. Laverne grounded out to second and then flew out to center to end the third. Is that pitch missing for a ball? 1-0 is the count. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Laverne at the plate, swings on this one, rips it foul, and that'll even the count up now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 6th inning. Game 1 of 2 here between ICC and Pearl River. We said this game originally scheduled for Saturday, but a lot of rain came into town Friday, so this one got pushed back to give the field enough time to dry. And we got a great day Saturday, weather-wise here. As this pitch popped up, it's going to be out of play, or excuse me, off the net. As 1-2 now is the count. Well, that's one thing we've also had to get used to here, a new net, so pulled a lot stronger, a lot tighter, so the ball bounces off of it a lot more than the previous net, and it's a lot taller than the old net. So waiting the 1-2 offering here. Pitch on its way. That one just missing. Ooh. Like the umpire at first wanted to call that one strike 3, but instead says it was just a little bit too outside for his liking, as now the count goes 2-2. So Laverne with a new life. Swings on this one, hammers it to the right side. Right fielder's going to go over. And that one is going to be caught. I can't see, from my point of view, I've got a tarp to my right that's blocking the sun, but apparently that's going to be a fly ball recorded out there in right field for out number 2. So now this will bring up Toops to the plate, who had a great diving catch to end the third. She'll dig in. She reached on an error, stole a base, but was left stranded back in the fourth. She's also struck out looking. Ground ball, third baseman finds it's going to have to hurry. Throw across the way is in time. What a play by Jessie Smith to get the speedy Toops out at first. As 3 up, 3 down there in the top of the sixth for ICC. It'll be the 1, 2, 3 batters due up. Turner, Day Jones, and Smith as we'll head to the bottom of the sixth. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here to start the bottom of the sixth. That first pitch missing for a ball, as this is Hallie Turner, 0 for 2 on the day. Robbed of an extra base hit on a great diving play by Toops to end the third. She also struck out swinging in her first at bat of the day. Swings on this one, pops it up. Center fielder's going to call everyone off. Left fielder almost wanted to come in and make the play, but Toops called her off and records the out. So now this will be Sammy Day Jones coming to the plate. So now this will be Sammy Day Jones coming to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. So looking to redeem herself here with 1 out in the inning. Swings on that pitch, fouls it off for strike 1. So 0-1 is the count here to Day Jones. 1 out in the inning. Jessie Smith due up next for the Indians. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. Well, trouble has entered the ballpark as CJ and his family is here, so that means Mr. Cade is in the house. And Cade is prone to have foul balls come his way, so hopefully he will not get hit with a foul ball today. That pitch missing outside. 1-2 now is the count. Now they're walking behind center field, so if Sammy Day tattoos one and almost hits Cade, we may not be upset with that. So 1-2 now is the count here to Day Jones. And there's one ripped, and it's going to get down, and great play out there in center field to keep that one from getting to the fence. And that's going to be the first of the day there for Sammy Day Jones. With 1 out in the inning and a runner at first, now this will bring Jessie Smith to the plate. So a big-time hit there, first of the day for Sammy Day. And now this will be Jessie Smith coming to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day with a solo home run. And so she'll dig in with 1 out and a runner at first. 1-1 contest here. As timeout taken. As having to get a sliding glove for Day Jones. And Jessie, tried to break open the contest with a big swing there, missing for strike 1. 0-1 now is the count. Well, Jessie has danced around the infield defensively this season. Started the season at first, now has shifted over to third. Swing and a miss at that one. Nice pitch on the outside, couldn't reach it. 0-2 now is the count here to Smith. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. We're in the bottom of the 6th. ICC and Pearl River tied up at 1. Harrington gets her signal. And this one's going to be fouled off. Nice job by Smith to find a piece of that one, nearly taking out Riley Tyree, who was on deck as the ball kind of ran up the net and skipped off of her. Count will stay 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. ICC and Pearl River tied up here at 1-1. Smith looks at that one, snap throw down to first, not in time. Good pitch out that time, in my opinion, by Pearl River. Is if ICC was going to put anybody in motion, that would have been the pitch to do so. So they went ahead and had a pitch to waste, so threw that one high and outside for a easy throw down that time. 1-2 now is the count. That ball hit the pitcher in the leg before she was able to release it. 2-2 now is the count. So a nice job by Smith to battle back and force the count to go full. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Sammy Day Jones at first. Jesse Smith at the plate. Harrington in the circle here for Pearl River. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Nice location on that one, low and out of the zone. Smith just couldn't find it, and that's going to be the 11th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Harrington. That's the 2nd out of the inning, and that's a big one. Now this will be Riley Tyree coming to the plate. She singled her last time up. She also flew out to right to end the 1st inning. And so Tyree, see if she can spark a 2-out rally here. Wildcats looking for the exit with a runner at first and 2 outs. Swings on the first pitch she sees, hammers this one. Left fielder's going to go over and make the play in foul territory. Well, thought it might have a chance to carry out of the ballpark, but did not. Great job out there in left field by Dean to get the Wildcats out of the inning with no damage done. We've played 6 in Fulton. We're going to head to the 7th, where to be the 3-4-5 batters due up for Pearl River. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next?
What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the top of the 7th inning. 1-1 is the score here between ICC and Pearl River. For Pearl River to be the 3-4-5 batters due up, Bailey, Daughtry, and Roundsville. Well, this has been a good one. As we talked about 2 tradition-rich programs here. Pearl River, number 2 in the country, but ICC trying to see if they can get a scoreless here, top of the 7th, and maybe walk it off in the bottom. Clift and the circle. That first pitch in there for a strike. Clift has had 5 Renaissance Bank strikeouts of the day. Her defense has only committed 1 error behind her, but the Indians are able to get out of that inning with no damage done. 11 Renaissance Bank strikeouts for Natalie Harrington. That pitch missing low and outside, and 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. As Bailey leading us off, she's got a solo home run on the day. Big swing and a miss there. 1-2 now is the count here to Bailey. Struck out swinging for the 2nd out of the 4th inning. And she's got a 1-2 count now here to start the 6th, or excuse me, start the 7th, I should say. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout, the 6th of the game there for Alyssa Clift. And now with 1 out in the inning, this is going to be Daughtry coming to the plate. 0 for 2 on the day, as she struck out in her last at bat. Also grounded out 5-3. Ground ball, second baseman gets it, throws it over. 4-3 on the putout for those of you scoring at home. And quickly 2 away now, and this will bring up Anna Kate Roundsville to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Roundsville popped up to the catcher in her first at bat, flew out to right to end the 4th. We'll dig in with 2 outs and nobody on here in the top of the 7th. Clift will send that first pitch just a bit high for a ball. Well, if you want to let one get away from you, that's the time when nobody's on base. So 1-0 is the count. This one fouled back off the netting. Evens things up now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on here for Pearl River in the top of the 7th. Clift awaiting the 1-1 offering here. That one's missing low. 2-1 now is the count. Good eye on the part of Roundsville not to chase that one. So 2-1 now the count. Wind picking up a little bit at the ballpark. Blowing out towards right now as this one's popped up. And what? Oh, man. Would have been an amazing play by Sadie Stegall if she would have held on to that one. As she made the diving effort, caught the ball, but when she landed in the foul territory in the dirt over there, the ball just popped out of her glove. Boy, that was a heck of an effort over there by Sadie Stegall, but new life here as now the count goes 2-2. Cliff looking for the pitch, and a swing and a miss for strike 3. Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there as Cliff fired up as she picks up her 7th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. Don't you dare go anywhere, folks. Can the Indians find a way to walk it off here against the number 2 team in the country? We'll find out as we'll head to the bottom of the 7th with a 1-1 contest. Before we do that, let's take a break and be back with more right after this.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we head now to the bottom of the 7th inning, 1-1 contest, as this will be Chloe McLean, Allie Beckley, and Sadie Stegall scheduled up here in the bottom of the 7th. Big, healthy swing and a miss there by McLean. She's 1 for 2 on the day with a single. She also struck out swinging in her first at bat of the day. 0-1 is the count here. Harrington still in the circle here for the Wildcats. That pitch missing outside. 1-1 now is the count. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-1 is the score. This has been an instant classic between these two tradition-rich softball programs. ICC with a chance to walk it off here in the bottom of the 7th. Big, healthy swing at the rise ball. Couldn't find it. 1-2 now is the count on McLean. 11 Renaissance Bank strikeouts so far in the game for Harrington. Renaissance Bank, they are the bank that understands you. You can find out why by visiting RenaissanceBank.com. 1-2 now is the count here to McLean. And finds a piece of that one, fouls it off, and we'll stay at 1-2. Good job there by Chloe to find a piece of it to keep the at-bat alive here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the 7th, 1-1 contest. ICC and number 2, Pearl River. That pitch high and inside. 2-2 now is the count here to McLean. Well, this is the first game of the day. We've got another one scheduled up behind this one. Still got some business left to take care of in here in game 1. 2-2 is the count. This pitch popped up. Center fielder's going to long run and will make the play. Heck of an effort. Been very impressed with Toop's play out there in center field today. That's usually the right fielder's ball, but Toops called her off with confidence, reels that one in for out number 1. And now this will be Allie Beckley coming to the plate. Beckley 0 for 2 on the day, flew out to right field to end the 4th, struck out in her first at bat of the day, so looking to redeem herself here with her first hit of the afternoon. 1 away here in the bottom of the 7th. That pitch missing low for a ball. 1-0 now is the count. Sadie Stegall on deck. If anybody were to reach there, and it'll be Tamaya Martin scheduled up. Beckley will dig in with a 1-0 count. Shows bunt, fouls that one back. 1-1 now is the count. Trying to get that surprise bunt down that time, but couldn't do so. So now 1-1 is the count. That was a good charge in by the third baseman, Brownsville. Would have been a tough play with the speed of Beckley, but see if they anticipate the bunt here again. This pitch popped up. Catcher's going to go back, and it's going to get out of play. 1-2 now is the count. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Nobody on here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-1 contest. It was a solo home run by Bailey for Pearl River in the top of the 1st, and then a solo home run by Jesse Smith for ICC in the bottom of the 1st. Both those home runs coming with 2 outs in the inning. So waiting the 1-2 offering here. That one skips across. 2-2 now is the count. So 2-2 is the count here. I have to kill this gnat sound. I've told them a couple of times we've got a live mic right behind them, but not listening, so I do apologize if anything has come across that shouldn't come across. So waiting the 2-2 pitch. This one hammered to the right side. Right fielder's going to go over and will make the play for out number 2. Again, have to wait for the umpire's signals on that one as we're guarded for anything down the line there on right field. And so now with 2 outs in the inning, this is going to bring Sadie Stegall to the plate. She's 0 for 2 on the day, a strikeout to end the 2nd. And she grounded out to short to start the 5th. Excuse me, trying not to sneeze right now, folks. So with 2 outs in the inning now, this will be Stegall coming to the dish. Fouls that first one off, strike 1. 0-1 the count here to Stegall. If she were to reach, then Martin would be up next. Stegall couldn't catch up with that one. 0-2 now is the count as Harrington trying to get out of this one and force us to extra innings. ICC trying to spark a 2-out rally. Nobody on base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-1 contest. As that pitch missing low and outside. Not a bad spot to miss there by Harrington, as she wanted that one for a strike, but just a little bit low for the umpire's liking. 1-2 now is the count. So Stegall will dig in. Harrington gets the signal, now set to deliver the pitch. Swinging and a miss. It's a rise ball and a big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there, the 12th of the day for Harrington, and 7 innings wasn't enough to determine this one. We'll head to extra frames as ICC and Pearl River tied at 1. Back with more right after this.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back as we're heading to the 8th now. 1-1 is your score. For Pearl River, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up. This is Hoffmeyer, Lindsay, and Dean scheduled up here for Pearl River. Clift still in the circle here for ICC. She's got 7 Renaissance Bank strikeouts on the game, and I got to think that's approaching a season high for the freshman. Don't have those stats in front of me to know for sure. This pitch popped up, and it's going to drop for a single. The first hit of the day for Hoffmeyer, and the second hit of the contest for Pearl River. So that breaks up .20 straight batters. They did put somebody on with an error. So 19 of the last 20 batters had not reached up until that point. Showed bunt, pulls back, takes that one for a ball. As this is Lindsay at the plate. Lindsay has had a tough day. She has flown out in foul territory to the left fielder, popped up in foul territory to the catcher, and her only a 2 at bat so far here in the contest. So Hoffmeyer with a leadoff single here in the top of the 8th. This is Lindsay at the plate. Showed bunt again, but pulls back, takes that one for a ball. 2-0 now is the count. But they might be trying to sacrifice and run her over into scoring position here. Hoffmeyer has stolen 4 bases on the year. It's been caught once. 2-0 is the count now here to Lindsay. Shows bunt again and fouls this one off. 2-1 now is the count. So the catcher coming back to the plate, as we mentioned, man, she has been hit with at least 5 foul balls today, maybe even more, as she has just been beat up behind the plate. Digs in with a 2-1 pitch coming up here from Clift. That bunt's laid down beautifully, only one play, and that's going to be the first, and it's in time. That is a sacrifice bunt, 1-3 on the putout. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That's the ICC BSU. Beautifully executed there by Lindsay to advance the runner into scoring position. And now this will be Dean coming to the plate. Dean 0 for 2. Grounded out to the shortstop. Popped up in foul territory. Was recorded out by the third baseman to end the 5th. So the go-ahead run in scoring position. This one ripped, and it's going to drop, and that's one is going to score the run. A clutch hit there. The throw is not in time. Well, that was a heck of a throw. And so that's going to be an RBI single by Dean. Would have been interesting to see if they would have made a swipe at the play that time. As now time is going to be taken here by ICC. Looks like they're going to come out and talk to Clift in this situation, maybe having a change. We're going to take the break with them and be back with more right after this.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guarantee Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you?
Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Have some for yourself.
Yes. No!
Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza, pizza.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We actually have a couple of changes. Into pitch now for ICC is going to be Julia Shaw. Batting now is going to be Riley Wallace. So Wallace will come into bat. Shaw will come into pitch. Runner at first. It's 2-1 Pearl River here in the top of the 8th. That first pitch in there for a strike to Wallace. Wallace batting in place of Meadows, who was 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. Shaw replacing Clift in the circle. That pitch missing low, 1-1 now is the count. There is a runner at first. That's Ashlyn Dean, who singled out to right field to score Hoffmeyer, who singled to start the inning. So 2-1 now is the score here in the top of the 8th. Pearl River strikes first here in extra innings. That pitch just missing. Ooh, looked pretty good. Brought down a few of the Boo Birds there from ICC fans. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Wallace, a runner at first. 1 out in the inning. That pitch drifts high. 3-1 now is the count. Well, Shaw, who has been the game 1 starter, ICC has made some shifts in their lineups, has went to the game 2 starter, now trying to come out here and see if she can get the Indians out of this inning with minimal damage done, taking the whole way that time on that pitch was Wallace. 3-2 now is the count. So waiting the 3-2 offering here from Shaw. This one fouled back off the netting and caught by the home plate umpire. 3-2 now. Stays the count to Wallace. We're in the top of the 8th inning. 2-1 Pearl River with the lead. 1 out here in the inning. Awaiting the 3-2 offering here from Shaw. This one popped up. Foul ball. Will it stay in play? And it does not. Again, anything to the right side of the field completely blocked from our point of view. So the count will stay 3-2. So a runner at first. That's Dean, who drove in Hoffmeyer to give us a 2-1 contest right now here in the 8th. Shaw looking for her first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. And that one fouled back. Just got a piece of that one. Did Wallace. Nice at bat to keep nice swing to keep the at bat alive here to find a piece of that one. And so the count staying 3-2 after a couple of foul balls by Wallace. So waiting the 3-2 offering here. This one fouled back, so we'll do it all over again at 3-2. There you see a runner at first. That's Dean. She got her first hit of the day. Wallace batting in place of Meadows. Trying to find a way to win this battle. Shaw would love to pick up her first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game here to get the second out of the inning. This pitch popped up. Catcher's going to go back, and it's going to get out of play. And so another foul ball off the bat of Wallace. So we'll come back and redo it again with a 3-2 count. So 3-2 is the count. Now they got some more balls back in play. Umpire's ready to go. 3-2 pitch. And walked her. Nice at bat there by Wallace to earn the walk after fouling off 3 straight pitches. And now Pearl River with runners at first and second with only 1 out in the inning. And we go back to the top of the lineup as this will be Laverne coming to the plate. Laverne 0 for 3 on the day. Haven't seen a Little Caesars double play yet. ICC would love to turn one to get out of this inning with minimum damage done. That pitch in there for a strike to the shortstop, Laverne. Little Caesars, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics. Located on South Adams Street right here in Fulton. That pitch up high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on first and second. We're on the top of the 8th here. Pearl River leads it 2-1. Trying to pick up some insurance runs here to see if they can pick up this win in extra innings. Shaw's pitches misses low. 2-1 now is the count here to Laverne. This pitch popped up. Smith drifting over in foul territory and will squeeze it for the out. Out number 2, and that was a big one. And so now with 2 outs in the inning, this will be Toops coming to the plate. I've had her reaching on a single, stole a base, and was left stranded in the 4th. She's also struck out and then grounded out 5-3 to end the 6th. Runners on first and second here for Pearl River. Top of the 8th, 2-1, Wildcats with the lead. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. So 1-0 is the count here to Toops. She's been outstanding in center field today for the Wildcats defensively. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Toops kind of taking a stare back at the pitch. Didn't necessarily agree with the call there. But 1-1 now is the count. Runners on first and second here. 2-1, Pearl River with the lead in the top of the 8th. Ground ball. Smith finds it, throws it across the way, and it's in time for the out. Heck of a play there by Jessie Smith to get the speedy Toops out. That's the 2nd time in a row that she has got her out to end the inning. Well, we're heading to the bottom of the 8th. ICC needs a run to extend it, 2 to win it. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next? So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
This is a place to create your future. And when you get here, you realize you're not alone. You meet new people and make connections. It's not always about knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes it's about finding your own way. It's working together to build something bigger than ourselves. It's hard work, but lots of fun. We come for the quality education, but we leave with an unparalleled experience. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
And welcome back. Now as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, ICC trailing it 2-1 as it'll be Tamaya Martin, Camden Cooper, and Hallie Turner scheduled up here. Martin shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes it for ball 1. Well, this is an important out right here for Pearl Rivers. Martin has got a lot of speed and a lot of things that she can do on the base path if she's able to get on. Unfortunately for Martin, she's 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts looking. 1-0 pitch. That one missing low and outside. 2-0 now is the count to Martin. Natalie Harrington still in the circle here for Pearl River. Trying to go the distance, now leading this one 2-1. After an RBI single by Dean scored Hoffmeyer, who started off the top of the 8th with a single as well. This pitch foul back out of play. 2-1 now is the count here to Martin. Breeze picking up once again here at the ballpark. With rain moving into the area, it's typically doing what it's doing and it's blowing into the park versus out of the park today. Rarely does it blow out of the park. As it either blows foul pole to foul pole or in most of the time. That pitch in there for a strike. 2-2 now is the count here to Martin. So winning the 2-2 offering here to Martin as she's leading us off here in the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 Pearl River with the lead. And this one's going to be fouled off and we'll stay at 2-2. So nice job there by Martin to find a piece of that one. She's playing in left field, has played well this season out there in left field. Earlier this season, she dropped a ball that was kind of a crucial play in non-conference play, but since then has really locked in and has played well out there in left field. 2-2 pitch. This one fouled back off the netting, and we'll stay at 2-2 once again. As we said, this is game 1 of 2 this afternoon here between ICC and number 2 Pearl River. Pearl River leading it 2-1 right now here in the bottom of the 8th. ICC needs a run to tie it, 2 to win it. That pitch falls off the table a bit too soon. Not a bad spot to miss a pitch. As Martin, good eye to hold off on that one, and now the count goes full at 3-2. Harrington has not walked anybody today. As there's a shot up the middle, and that's going to go for a base hit. Clutch hit there off the bat of Martin, and she is fired up over there at first base. Great at bat there by Martin. Fouled off some pitches and found a way to come through with that clutch hit. And so now the tying run on base here for the Indians. And this is going to be Cooper coming to the plate. Cooper 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of swinging strikeouts. Now ICC can do a lot with a lot of speed on the bases here. Time taken by Harrington. Wants to get those signals sent back to her one more time. So now this is Cooper at the plate. As that pitch missing. Thought about going to second, then the throw down. So the catcher wisely holds on to that one. Versus throwing it to cause an error to allow the runner to advance. The pitch misses for a ball. 1-0 is the count. This pitch fouled back and out of play. 1-1 now is the count. So 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Tying run at first here in the bottom of the 8th. ICC at the dish. 2-1, number 2 Pearl River with the lead. Martin with a lot of speed over there at first base. 1-1 pitch coming from Harrington. Shows bunt, but fouls this one back. 1-2 now is the count. Trying to get that sacrifice bunt in there, but couldn't do so. That was a good pitch to get the foul ball. Now the count goes 1-2 here on Cooper, the second baseman. Harrington awaiting the signal, now gets it. 1-2 now is the count here to Cooper. That pitch missing outside. 2-2 now is the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Runner at first in Martin. She is the tying run here as ICC trails at 2-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Harrington getting these signals sent from the dugout on the third base side. Now set to deliver. This pitch fouled back out of play, and we'll redo it at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the 8th inning. 2-1, Pearl River with the lead. ICC with the tying run at first base. Martin reached on a single on a 3-2 pitch as she ripped right back up the middle to the center fielder. Now Harrington set to deliver the 2-2 offering here. This one foul back and out of play. And we'll sit at 2-2 once again. Nice battle at the dish here by Cooper. Saw something very similar by Martin in her at bat. She fouled off 3 straight pitches before she was able to rip that one for a single. And so 2-2 now is the count. Harrington gets the call in, checks her wrist, and now set to deliver. This pitch hammered deep right side. Is it got a chance? Oh, just missing the home run as that was a foul ball. Boy, Pearl River fans breathing a huge sigh of relief there as that one drifted just foul down the line. Or that would have walked it off for the Indians there in the bottom of the 8th. Man, that one, I say, folks, missing, just missing. Wide right. And so the count will stay 2-2. And Cooper at the dish. Boy, that would have been huge for the Indians as that one put a charge in it down the right field line, but missed it by about a foot as it kind of tailed off there at the end. So the meeting in the circle over there. And so now the count will stay 2-2 after that dramatic fly ball that turned into a foul ball. I believe it's the 4th foul ball of this at bat here by Cooper. So 2-2 is the count. Cooper fouls this one back. Heck of a battle going here between Cooper and Harrington. Tying run at first here for the Indians. That's Martin. She's got a lot of speed. Anything down to the outfield could put her at third with ease. Awaiting the 2-2 offering here from Harrington. Camden Cooper battling at the dish here. Pitch on its way. And that one's a ball just outside. And now the count goes full. Lindsay thought that was strike 3. Came up ready to fire down to first, but instead 3-2 now is the count. So now the count goes full. Heck of an at-bat here between Harrington and Cooper. There's a ground ball up the middle, off the glove of the pitcher, and no play. No play on the play. And now this has sent us back to the top of the lineup here in Turner with the winning run now at second. Time taken here by Pearl River. We're going to take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We still have the meeting of both teams going on right now. As the big moment in the game now. ICC with the winning run at second. Nearly walked it off on a foul ball that was fouled by just maybe a foot by Cooper. We'll call that last one an error. Again, my stats don't count at the end of the day. And so now the winning run at first, and we're back to the top of the lineup here in Hallie Turner. Turner 0 for 3 on the day. But right now, if you're ICC, you want to find a way to get that run from second to home. No outs in the inning. 2-1 is the score. Number 2, Pearl River with the lead, but ICC trying to extend this game with a run here in the bottom of the 8th. Turner fouls that one off, strike 1. Good pitch. Anticipating the bunt there. It was low and outside. Probably would have been called for a strike had she pulled back on it, but a good location on the pitch. 0-1 is the count here to Turner. She was robbed of an extra base hit to end the third on a great diving catch out in center field by Toops. Toops also got her out in her last at-bat. Turner pulls back, takes that one for a ball as Lindsay held it there for an extra second to try to maybe make the umpire second guess himself there, but a ball called. 1-1 now is the count. Turner at the plate. Runners at first and second with no outs. Turner shows bunt once again, pulls back, and takes that one for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to Hallie Turner. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. ICC trailing at 2-1. Tying run at second, game-winning run at first. Turner at the plate, no outs here in the inning. Turner shows bunt, lays it down, but it's going to go foul, and now the count will go 2-2. So we'll see if ICC keeps the bunt on or if they're going to call it off in this situation. With 2 strikes, now Turner will dig in. She's 0 for 3 on the day. She would love to find her first hit of the afternoon here, especially something down to the outfield that could tie this contest with a Speedy Martin at second. So Turner will dig in. Harrington gets the signal, now set to deliver the pitch. Turner swinging and a miss for strike 3, and that is a huge Renaissance Bank strikeout there, the 13th of the game. And now this will bring up Sammy Day Jones with 1 out in the inning. Still runners at first and second. Day Jones singled her last time up, but was left stranded at first. As we mentioned, a tying run at second here for the Indians in the bottom of the 8th. Winning run is at first. Sammy Day Jones at the plate here for the Indians. Harrington still in the circle for the Wildcats. Day Jones shows bunt, pulls back, takes that one for ball 1. Day Jones at the plate. Jesse Smith, who had the solo home run back in the first, on deck waiting here. So 1-0 is the count to Day Jones. Shows the bunt, pops it up, and it's going to go back off the netting. 1-1 now is the count. So ICC trying to continue to play some small ball here. Now the count goes 1-1. So Harrington looking to the side to get the signal. 1-1 is the count here to Sammy Day Jones. Runners on first and second here for the Indians. Day Jones takes that one for a strike. 1-2 now is the count. So now 1-2 is the count here to Sammy Day Jones. We mentioned she singled her last time up, trying to step up big here for the Indians and come up with a clutch 1-out hit here in the bottom of the 8th. The ICC trails at 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout for Harrington. That's her 14th of the game. 2 outs now. And this is going to be Jessie Smith coming to the plate. So this is where you want to be right now if you're ICC. The best bat on the team coming to the plate. We mentioned she had a solo home run in the first inning. Since then, it's grounded out to first and struck out. So Harrington looking to see if she can make some magic happen here. Smith looks at that first pitch outside for a ball. Martin representing the tying run. She's at second. The winning run at first is Cooper, who reached on an error. Martin singled to start the inning. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. 2-1, Pearl River with the lead. Number 2 team in the country, ICC, trying to rally to see if they can extend this one to extra innings. That pitch missing outside. 2-0 now is the count. Riley Tyree on deck if Smith were to find her way on here. 2-0 is the count here to Jessie Smith. And Jessie trying to take time, the catcher trying to take time. The umpire don't know who to give time to. As this pitch popped up, it's going to get out of play. 2-1 now is the count. Well, you can tell big time tension in the air right now at this at bat. Tying run at second here for the Indians. The winning run at first. There's 2 outs. 2-1 is the count here to Smith. Harrington getting ready to deliver the pitch. That one in there for a strike. 2-2 now is the count. And Smith Doesn't look like she liked that one too much. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. 2 outs. Pretty much you're going to get your best versus my best right here. Harrington and Smith at the plate. Tying run at second, winning run at first here for the Indians. Pitch coming. And that pitch just missing. Not a bad spot to miss there, especially knowing you've got an aggressive batter at the plate in Smith. But Smith, a good job being patient, holding off on it. And now the count goes full. Runners will be in motion on the pitch here. Indians with a tying run at second here in the bottom of the 8th. 2-1 is the score. Pitch coming. Smith rips this one. It's out to right field. Martin's going to score, and we've got a tie ball game. Clutch hit once again by Jesse Smith. Runners were going, and Smith gets the RBI. We're tied at 2. Now, even more important, though, the runner advances from first to third, and that is the game-winning run here for the Indians. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. And this is going to be Riley Tyree at the dish. She's 1 for 3 on the day. She singled back in the 4th inning. Her runner was left stranded at third. She's also flew out to right and flew out to left in foul territory. So the winning run is at third here for the Indians in the bottom of the 8th. 2-2 is the score. Tyree grounder right back to the pitcher. She'll get it, toss it over, and get the out. But the Indians do come up with a clutch hit there with 2 outs in the inning by Jesse Smith. We're tied at 2. We're going to go to the 9th. Don't you dare go anywhere, folks. Goodwin Brewing here in Fulton. Back with more right after this.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet. A famous speed solver.
Piece of cake.
A noted cheese connoisseur.
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as, man, we've got a good one going here as we head now to the top of the 9th inning. 2-2 is your score after that RBI single by Jesse Smith that scored Tamaya Martin to tie us up there in the bottom of the 8th. And for Pearl River, it'll be the 3, 4, 5 batters due up. Bailey, Daughtry, and Ronsville scheduled up. Shaw is in the circle. That first pitch going to miss low for a ball. So with the 2-2 score now, Clift is officially off the hook for a decision this afternoon. As this pitch fouled back off the netting, 1-1 now is the count. One ball, 1 strike. No outs here as Bailey, who's had a solo home run back in the first inning, leads us off. Pops this one, and a line drive caught out in left field as a great play out there in left, as that was Martin coming in, basically taking a knee to catch that one, and robs her of an extra base hit. And so now with 1 out, this should be Daughtry coming to the plate. So 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the 9th. That pitch in there for a strike. The Indians nearly walked it off in the bottom of the 8th as a long ball went about a foot foul down the line by Camden Cooper. But the Indians were able to rally and force it into the 9th inning on a RBI single by Jesse Smith. That pitch goes high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on here in the top of the 9th inning. Game 1 of 2 between ICC and Pearl River this afternoon here in Fulton. Well, if you tuned in for this one, you got your money's worth and then some. 1-1 pitch. Missing low. 2-1 now is the count. So 2-1 the count here to Daughtry. Or Daughtery. As this pitch popped up. Trouble. Sammy Day is going to call everyone off and will make the play. Well, there for a second, I didn't know if either Hallie or Sammy saw the ball, but Sammy did a good job of recovering to find the ball and get the second out of the inning. And now this will be Ronsville coming to the plate. Two away now here in the top of the ninth. 2-2 is the score. Number 2, Pearl River ICC doing battle here this afternoon. Couldn't catch up with the fastball there. Was Ronsville swinging, strike 1. So 0-1 the count here to Ronsville. Swing and a miss for strike 2. 0-2 now is the count. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on here for Pearl River. Shaw looking for the exit with this pitch. Instead, pitch on the outside, not a bad spot to miss with a 1-2 count. Good eye on the part of Ronsville not to chase that one. 1-2 now is the count. Shaw toes the rubber now, gets set to deliver the pitch. 1-2 pitch on its way. Foul back, and we'll do it all over again at 1-2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Indians looking for the exit. Pearl River looking for a 2-out rally here in the top of the ninth. 2-2 is the score. Shaw getting set to deliver the pitch. That one missing low. Evens things up now at 2-2. Couldn't get her to chase another one there, so another good eye on the part of Brownsville. So now the count evens up at 2-2. This pitch popped up. Third baseman's going to give chase. Left fielder's going to come in, but neither one of them can get to it as it bounces off the fence out there in left field. So 2-2 will stay the count here to Brownsville. She's 0 for 3 on the day. Popped up to the catcher in foul territory to start the second. She flew out to right to end the 4th and then struck out to end the 7th. 2-2 still the count here. Giving Smith time to get her visor back on as it flew off as she was chasing after that last foul ball. Awaiting the 2-2 pitch here from Shaw. And that one just missing high. 3-2 now. Nice at bat here by Ronsville to battle back and force the count to go full here. So 3-2 now is the count. 2 outs here in the top of the ninth. 2-2 contest. Shaw's pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there to end the inning. And now can ICC find some walk-off magic in the bottom of the ninth? We'll find out. But before we do that, let's take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Welcome back now as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. For ICC, it'll be McLean, Beckley, and Stegall scheduled up. Indians got a 3-up, 3-down inning in the top half. Now with a chance to walk it off here against the number 2 team in the country. McLean at the plate. Takes that first pitch in there for a strike. This is still Harrington in the circle here for Pearl River. McLean hits that one, but foul, and 0-2 now is the count. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs, as McLean will start us off. Beckley is on deck, and Stegall is in the hole. I'm trying not to sneeze. As I said, allergies are just ripping me apart today. 0-2 is the count here to McLean. That pitch in the dirt, 1-2 now is the count. If you ever to miss one, that would be the time to miss it there with nobody on base and an 0-2 count. So now 1-2 is the count here to McLean. Harrington in the circle. Pitch on its way. The grounder, and it's going to find its way through for a leadoff single. So the Indians with the game-winning run at first. See if ICC is going to elect to put a runner in, and I feel like it'd probably be Clemens coming in to run here as Pearl River wants to come out and talk things over. And looks like we might have a pitching change here. Harrington shaking her head, says she don't want to come out, but looks like we will have that pitching change. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Why didn't you answer your phone?
You're not gonna believe what just... You bought a Coca-Cola with 0 sugar?
Yeah, why?
Come on, it has 0 sugar.
Yep, and it's delicious.
I don't believe it.
Just try something new. You'll love it.
This does taste great.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As anticipated, Bri Clemens does come in to run here for ICC. The new pitcher in the game is going to be Lainey Bailey, who is the DP, anticipated game 2 starter. And so she will come in. Runner goes. Kind of stumbers for a second, and she's there, though, with a stolen base. So she kind of stumbled halfway between first and second. But Clemens comes up with a big-time stolen base there to move the game-winning run into scoring position. The pitch was called a ball. 1-0 is the count. This is Allie Beckley at the plate. Indians with the game-winning run in scoring position here. Beckley awaiting the pitch. That pitch low for a ball. Blocked up beautifully there by Caroline Lindsay. So we mentioned a lot of speed on the bases now with Clemens. She represents the game-winning run here in the bottom of the 9th. Can ICC come up with a timely hit here? There's no outs in the inning. 2-0 is the count here to Beckley. Big swing and a miss there. 2-1 now is the count here to Beckley. We talked about Beckley, a switch hitter here. Batting this time from the right side. She's batted both from the right and left. She's 0 for 3 on the day. She has struck out and flew out to right twice. ICC wouldn't mind a fly ball out to right field in this situation to advance the runner. That pitch high. Now the ball gets away. Runner's going to go to third, and it's going to get thrown into the outfield. She's going to try to get up and run, but no, couldn't do so. Oh, great job out there in left field to back up the play as the third baseman landed on top of Clemens. Clemens tried to get up. Had the left fielder not had the wherewithal to come up on the play there, might have been able to walk it off on the error. Ball was in the dirt. That's what she advanced on. 3-1 now is the count here to Beckley. So the winning run at third here for the Indians. Beckley awaiting the pitch. Fouls this one back, and now the count will go 3-2. High drama here in the bottom of the ninth. Number 2, Pearl River. And ICC tied at 2. Indians with the game-winning run at third base. McLean started the inning off with a single. Clemens came on to run for her. Awaiting the 3-2 pitch here to Beckley. And Beckley takes it for a ball. Nice at bat there by Beckley. That is the first walk of the day issued by Pearl River. And now this is going to be Stegall coming to the plate. Runners on the corners here. Right now, if you're Pearl River, you do not even think about the runner at first. If she's still second, no big deal. She doesn't matter. It's a runner at third right now. This is a 2-2 contest here in the bottom of the ninth. ICC trying to find a way to walk it off here. Sadie Stegall coming to the plate. She's 0 for 3 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. Looks like Emma Rose Thompson is on deck for the Indians. She'll try to have an at-bat here. Now, one thing you really want to do in this situation, there's a swing and a miss. If you're Pearl River, you would love to turn 2 in this situation to see if you can get a little Caesars double play to get 2 outs and try to get out of this inning with no damage done. A fly ball to the outfield could end it. Stegall with an 0-1 count. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The runner does go to second, so that will erase the potential traditional double play. So a big play there for the Indians, gets a runner at second. Although that run doesn't count, but still erases an easy double play with something hit up the middle. 0-2 is the count. Stegall at the dish. Swings on this one, but fouls it off. Oh, my goodness. That one down the line, but foul. Is a slicing like my tee shot. And so 0-2 stays the count here on Stegall. 2-2 contest here in the bottom of the ninth. No outs for ICC. Winning run at third. Stegall swinging and a miss for strike 3. A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there. The first of the game for Bailey. And so now with 1 out in the inning, runners at second and third, as we mentioned. The only run that matters right now is the runner at third, and this is going to be Emma Rose Thompson coming into bat. Thompson will come into bat in place of Martin. So 1 out here in the inning. Indians still with the game-winning run at third. Bailey in the circle replacing Harrington, who tossed to Jim. She had 14 Renaissance Bank strikeouts on the day. Emma Rose Thompson at the dish. This is that first pitch outside for a ball. As we said, high drama, tension here in the ball field. ICC trying to walk it off here against the number 2 team in the country. 2-2 is the score in the bottom of the ninth. Emma Rose Thompson at the dish. Bailey in the circle here for the Wildcats. Infield coming in. Big, healthy swing and a miss there. 1-1 now is the count on Emma Rose. Coach Ernest coming over saying, just settle down, just need contact. Don't need anything big here. As there's 1 out now in the inning. 1-1 count to Thompson. Winning run at third here in the bottom of the ninth. 2-2 is the score. Pitch coming. Big swing and a miss there. 1-2 now is the count here on Emma Rose. Cooper, who almost walked it off in her last at bat, is on deck. Bailey trying to see if she can find the second out in the inning here. Getting set to deliver the 1-2 offering to Thompson. Thompson pops this one up. Catcher can't find it, but the pitcher does. A big time out there, as now that's 2 outs in the inning. And a great play there by Bailey to come in and make that play in foul territory. And now with 2 outs in the inning, this is going to be Camden Cooper. I have her reaching on an error her last time up. So she's 0 for 3 on the day, did reach on an error. As I said, missed a walk-off home run there in the 8th by maybe a foot. So 2 outs and the winning run is at third here for the Indians. 2-2, bottom of the 9th. Bailey getting set to deliver the pitch. This pitch lifted. Center fielder's going to come up and make the play, and a great job there by Bailey to come back and get out of that inning and escape with no damage done. We'll head to the 10th. As 2-2 is your score, we'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 10th inning we go. 2-2 is your score. Number 2, Pearl River ICC doing battle here in Game 1 this afternoon. For Pearl River, this is where they got it started last time. It was Hoffmeyer who singled and scored on an RBI single by Dean back in the 8th inning, but ICC was able to come up with a 2-out hit to force us to the 9th. Neither team got anything going as ICC had the game-winning run at third, but Laney Bailey did a great job of coming in and closing the door on the threat there. So it'll be Hoffmeyer, Lindsay, and Dean scheduled up here in the top of the 10th here in Game 1 between ICC and Pearl River. The Guaranteed Bank opening pitch came at 11:57. So I'm going to show bunt, and that one back, and it looks like it came off the arm of the catcher. And McLean slow to get up after that one, as she's taking her glove off here. Let's take a quick break and be back.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Guaranteed Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranteed Bank, we're more than a bank, we're a community.
And welcome back, as it looks like they're going to give McLean a couple of courtesy tosses here to see if she's okay. Looks like it came back and fouled off and maybe caught the thumb of her throwing hand there, as she's taking some tosses back and forth here for Julia Shaw. We said it's been a tough day behind the plate for both catchers, and a good show of sportsmanship by both teams. Fans here as they applaud McLean as she's going to try to tough it out here and stay in this one. So that pitch was called a strike on the foul ball. And so it'll be Hoffmeyer at the plate with a 0-1 count. So 0-1 is the count here to Hoffmeyer. She's 1 for 3 on the day with a single and a run scored. That was in her last at bat. So she'll dig in here with an 0-1 count. Look at that pitch, and it's up high for a ball. 1-1 now is the count to Hoffmeyer. So waiting the 1-1 pitch here from Shaw. There is a runner at second, by the way. There's a swing and a miss. I forgot about the international tiebreaker rule. Does go into effect here in the 10th. So there is a runner at second. I'm just not a fan of that rule, man. We've had a great game today. Just let the girls play it out. I don't care if it goes 20 innings. So waiting the 1-2 pitch here from Shaw. This one fouled back, and 1-2 is the count here, as it will stay that way for Hoffmeyer. So I believe that should be Ronsville at the second base here. Now here's a unique stat for that. If this run scores, it doesn't count towards the team ERA. It counts towards the pitcher's ERA, but not the team ERA. 1-2 pitch. That one in the dirt. Runner will be able to advance. And so now the runner at third on the wild pitch. So now with no outs, 2-2 count. The go-ahead run is at third here for the Wildcats. This pitch popped up. Will it stay in play? No, it's going to get out of play. And so we'll stay at 2-2. So the count will stay at 2-2 here on Hoffmeyer. Runner at third, and she advanced on the wild pitch. The Indians, of course, will have the at-bat in the bottom half of the inning, and they'll have a runner start the game at second as well. So Hoffmeyer, who singled her last at-bat, waiting the 2-2 pitch here. Fouls this one back, and we'll stay at 2-2 once again. We're in the top of the 10th inning here in Game 1. It was solo home runs by Bailey and Smith in the first inning, and then an RBI single by Dean and Smith in the 8th inning. As ball blocked up nicely that time, 3-2 now is the count here to Hoffmeyer. So now the count goes full at 3-2 here. Pitch coming. This one lifted, and it's going to drop, and that will score the run. An RBI single there off the bat of Hoffmeyer. And that will allow who I believe to be Ronsville to come around and score. She was the last out in the inning, and that was Ronsville that did score on the international tiebreaker rule. Again, I'm just not a big fan of that, not because the Wildcats scored on it. I just like the fact that they let them play it out. They played all the way up to the 10th inning. Why change it there? So a bunt, it's a beauty. Only one play, and that's going to be the first, and it's going to be in time for the out as Cooper had her ran into her that time, and that's going to be a sacrifice bunt. 5-4 on the putout, but the runner does advance on the play, and Cooper had her arm ran into. Nothing intentional or malicious there. It's just one of those she had to reach across her body to make the play. And so that goes for out number one. Runner does advance to second. And now this will be Dean coming to the plate. She had an RBI single in her last at bat. She's 1 for 3 on the day. She's also popped up to third in foul territory to end the 5th and grounded out to short. That one coming right at us here in the ICC Alumni Association and Foundation broadcast booth. And thank goodness the net is a lot taller than it used to be. If not, that one could have been trouble. So that pitch fouled off for strike one. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Wesley Foundation, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. As that pitch missing low, 1-1 now is the count. The ICC Wesley Foundation, they meet Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock. They're located right across the street from the Davis Event Center. Zach and crew doing a great job over there at the Wesley Foundation. They run the concession stand here at softball, as a matter of fact. 1-1 pitch coming. That one missing low. 2-1 now is the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at second here for the Wildcats. They lead it 3-2. Ground ball is going to be a foul ball, and things will even up now at 2-2. So it was an RBI single by Hoffmeyer to start the inning with the international tiebreaker rule in effect, with the runner starting the inning at second. That was Ronsville. She advanced to third on a wild pitch and then eventually came around to score on that single. So now the 2-2 pitch getting set to come here from Shaw. It's in the dirt. Blocked up nicely there by McLean. And so now the count goes full at 3-2. So waiting the 3-2 pitch coming up here from Shaw. Swung on and missed for strike three. A clutch Renaissance Bank strikeout there, her second of the game. First out of the inning. And we'll have a new batter coming in to bat here, as this will be number 22, Burgoyne, coming in. So Burgoyne coming in to bat. One out, runner still at second here. So Burgoyne will dig in. Her first at bat of the day. Swings on that one, and it gets past the diving third baseman, and they're going to try to score the run from second. The runner's going to try to go to second, and she will. A clutch hit there on the first pitch she sees by Burgoyne. And it's an RBI double that just snuck in between the third baseman and the third baseline that time. Great job by Pearl River to come up with that clutch hit there, and now they go up by 2 here. And this will go back to the top of the lineup here by Laverne. There's 2 outs in the inning. And that was a clutch hit there, not only to get the hit, but also have the wherewithal to advance to second. As this was blistered out to the right fielder, and it's going to be down for the gap, and this is going to score another one. And this is going to be back-to-back Davis Ford doubles as the ball gets away. And Pearl River takes a 5-2 lead here. Just put them where they ain't that time on that hit. And the third run of the inning scored here. That's what you do when you have your opportunities against the number 2 team in the country. You've got to take advantage of them. As right now, they've put 3 on the board here with 2 outs in the inning. And looks like we're going to have a timeout taken here, as we'll take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this.
Guaranty Bank, formerly known as First American National Bank, is a proud supporter of ICC athletics. Visit gbtonline.com. Guaranty Bank. We're more than a bank, we're a community.
Here's your Little Caesar slices and sticks, half Italian cheese sticks, half pepperoni pizza.
It's the world's greatest combination.
Carl? How could you?
Sorry, PB&J. I wanted to try new things.
Oh, no. 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 No!
Try some for yourself.
Yes.
No!
Get hot and ready slices and sticks for $6.99. Walk in and walk out between 4 and 8 p.m.
Pizza, pizza.
Well, here's the unique thing about softball. We can re-enter players, as this will be Cliff coming back in to pitch for the Indians. I apologize. I've been fighting that off for 10 innings and finally just had to give in and sneeze, folks. As I said, my allergies and sinuses are just brutalizing me today, as Cliff will re-enter the pitch here. 2 outs and a runner at second. After that Davis Ford double, pushed across another run. And so Cliff will come back in. She got the start today. Was replaced by Shaw. She's officially off the hook for a decision, as she'll come in and try to find this final out of the inning, see if ICC can get their bats fired up in the home half of the 10th. That pitch is going to be fouled off and nearly ricocheted off the third base dugout back into some of their players over there. As a matter of fact, the coach from Pearl River checking on her players to make sure she was okay. Said, no, it just hit the safety railing next to me. It didn't hit her. So scary moment there. So 0-1 is the count, as this is Toops at the plate. As she fouls this one back, 0-2 now is the count. She has been outstanding today defensively, has made some great plays. The runner at second, that's Laverne, who had a RBI double to make it a 5-2 contest here in the top of the 10th. 0-2 is the count here. Pitch coming. This one fouled off and nearly hit the teammate in the box as she caught it off the deflection off the net. And so now Toops will battle to see another day after that foul ball. 0-2 stays the count. So waiting the 0-2 offering here from Clift. This one popped up. Left fielder's going to drift back and make the play. Nice adjustment out there in left by Martin. That will end the inning, but Pearl River does add 3 to the board, so ICC's got some room to do here in the bottom of the 10th. That's where we're headed, but before we do that, let's take a timeout and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
This is a place to create your future. And when you get here, you realize you're not alone. You meet new people and make connections. It's not always about knowing exactly where you're going. Sometimes it's about finding your own way. It's working together to build something bigger than ourselves. It's hard work, but lots of fun. We come for the quality education, but we leave with an unparalleled experience. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We head now to the bottom of the 10th inning. 5-2, Pearl River able to score 3 runs there in the previous inning, as ICC will start the inning off with a runner at second, much like Pearl River did. That will be Cooper heading over to second. And it'll be the 1-2-3 batters due up here for ICC. Turner, Day Jones, and Smith. ICC, do they have any magic left in them? As they have battled tooth and nail here with the number 2 team in the country. They now trail at 5-2 here in the bottom of the 10th. Pitch to the knees to Turner, in there for a strike. She's 0 for 4 today with a pair of strikeouts. She was robbed of an extra base hit on a beautiful diving play out in center field by Toops. That was to end the third. So 0-1 is the count here to Turner. This is Bailey in the circle as this pitch fouled back. 0-2 now is the count. Bailey came in, got herself out of the jam as ICC had the winning run at third, just could not cash in on it. Now ahead in the count, 0-2 here to Turner. Bailey's pitch on its way. Turner pops this one up. Center fielder calls everyone off and will squeeze it for the out. Runner will not be able to advance in that situation. So one up, one down now here for the Indians, and this will bring Sammy Day Jones to the plate. So 1 away now. This will bring Day Jones to the plate. She is 1 for 4 on the day with 3 strikeouts. She had a single all the way back in the 6th, but was left stranded at first. So she'll dig in with a runner at second. ICC trailing by 3, so need base runners in this contest. Day Jones looks at that first pitch in there for a strike. Laney Bailey trying to pick up the win here in relief duty of Natalie Harrington, who pitched outstanding. Went 8+ innings with 14 strikeouts. Day Jones awaiting the pitch. Fouls this one back. 0-2 now is the count. Jesse Smith on deck for the Indians. And so Dave Jones having to guard the dish with an 0-2 count. That pitch high, not a bad spot to miss there. 1-2 now. Goes the count here to Sammy Day Jones. So 1-2 now the count here to Day Jones. Runner at second. That's the international tiebreaker in Cooper. Awaiting the 1-2 offering here. And that's strike three. Says paints the corner for the Renaissance Bank strikeout there. That is the second of the game for Bailey. And now with 2 outs, this will be Jesse Smith coming to the plate. And that's a big out there because you did not want that tying run to be Jesse Smith coming to the plate. As we've seen today, she has come up clutch with her 2 hits. She's 2 for 4. Had an RBI single her last time up and a solo home run in her first at-bat. Since then has grounded out to first and struck out. So 2 away now. ICC down to their final out here in the bottom of the 10th. Smith, ground ball, third baseman, boots it. It's going to get through, and they're going to keep the runner at third. And now Smith will round back to first. Nope, she's going to head. Now she's thinking about heading to second. And now she's going to get back safely, and the runner will not advance over at third. So E5 on the play as that one got through the wickets of the third baseman. And that was a big error there. That one could have ended the ball game. So ICC with new life here. And now this will bring Riley Tyree to the plate. Tyree representing the tying run here in the bottom of the 10th. After the 2-out error puts Smith on at first. So Tyree, who's got 1 hit on the day, takes that first pitch at the knees for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. Well, as we mentioned, this game has been everything you wanted and then some so far. ICC fans would love to see the Indians scratch across 3 to force this one to the 11th, 4 to win it. So the tying run at the plate in Riley Tyree. Tyree rips one up the middle. This is going to score 1. Smith is going to try to get to third. The throw is in time. So ICC does put the run on the board, but a great throw out there by who else but Toops to end the game as Smith is thrown out trying to advance to third. An RBI single there by Tyree, but your final score in this one after 10 innings, 5-3, the Indians fall here in Game 1. That's going to do it for Game 1. We're going to take a break and come back in about 30 minutes for Game 2 here from Fulton. What a ball game, and we got another one left to go, folks. See you back here in about 25-30 minutes on the ICC Sports Network.
Another great Saturday of college football.
You're always pushing yourself. There's no time to rest. You keep moving forward. The only thing better than your last accomplishment is your next.
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So, Allie, what's next?
I guess we'll see.
Find a bank that's as excited about your future as you are. A bank that asks,
What's next?
Renaissance Bank, understanding you.